Today is going to be a massive day for scrapping appliances. I have 17 appliances on this trailer. I have one in the back of my truck. I have to basically get all of these taken apart today because after I get these taken apart and dropped off, I have like another 10 or 15 appliances to go pick up. So it's going to be a big day. Luckily with this refrigerator, as you can see, that's actually the bottom of the refrigerator and the sealed unit is gone. All I would need to do is basically just cut the copper off, which is going to be easy enough to do with this particular job. But the rest of these are all fairly small appliances, so it should only take maybe a couple of minutes to drain the refrigerant out of each one. So it should maybe take, I don't know, a couple of hours to get all of these appliances taken apart. We'll see. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm done here at the storage unit for today. I got almost everything taken care of. There's 8 appliances on the trailer, and as you can see now, I was able to space them out enough so that they can see at the scrapyard that all the sealed units are out. There is 4 appliances in the back of the truck, and then down here is all of the sealed units. There is currently a total of 5 appliances in the storage unit, but one of them I cannot take apart right now. I have to do some investigation about it because it says that the refrigerant is R209, which I've never heard of, and I was able to briefly look it up online, and it says it's basically 100% propane. So I need to look and see if my current equipment and the equipment I have coming in a couple of days, if it can handle that. If it can, I'll just order another tank. If it can't, I will have to probably, you know, hold off on recycling it. Anyway, I am off to the scrapyard. Just got done at the scrapyard, and today was okay, not nearly as good as yesterday. Anyway, what I ended up dropping off today was 500 pounds of refrigerators, and then I dropped off 131 pounds of sealed units. So not the greatest, but still pretty darn good. Anyway, I am off to the place that I was at yesterday where I picked up all the refrigerators. I'm gonna go there. I only have a couple of minutes to spend there, so I'm just gonna grab what I can and then get out, because I still have those 4 refrigerators sitting in storage right now that you guys will see in probably the next clip or 2. Oh yeah, work injuries, gotta love them. Took some nice skin off my hands today. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm leaving this property now. I grabbed 5 appliances. I got these 3 deep freezers, these 2 mini fridges. As you can see, the trailer is about half empty. There's approximately 10 appliances left in there, plus some microwaves. Anyway, I'm off to go home. Today's going to be a fairly easy day and yet jam-packed at the same time. I have these 4 appliances here, and then you guys saw the other 5 that are on my trailer. So I'm going to start taking all this stuff apart. I'm going to try and get to the scrapyard today. I am here about a half hour earlier than I was yesterday, so that's a good thing. I don't know if I'll be able to get there though, because it is pretty stormy out right now, so I'll have to kind of see how the weather plays out because I don't have any lights on my trailer. Anyway, stay tuned. I took care of all the appliances that were on the trailer and most of the ones that were in storage. I'm still holding on to those other 3 because I have to wait for my new equipment to come tomorrow. So anyway, I'm off to the scrap metal yard, and then of course here's the 9th appliance there, and then there's all the sealed units. Anyway, stay tuned. today was a short and very easy day. What I ended up dropping off was 500 pounds of, basically, if you want to call them all refrigerators. There was the one beverage cooler. And then I had 109 pounds of sealed units. Those were all very, very small because they were all the mini fridges and mini freezers. Now, I did drive by one of the locations that I'm starting next week, and they have some very large appliances sitting out there right now. So I hope that they're still there next week. You know, plus I'm going to be picking up a lot of, like, you know, stoves and things like that, which a lot of those can be very heavy, along with washing machines can also be very heavy. So what I dropped off today is not including all of the ICW, all of the drop, and all of the copper that I've cut off over the last couple days. So, you know, things are going to be very, very profitable. It sounds like I dropped off of a very small amount today, which I did, but definitely still made a profit. And again, it's not including all the other stuff that I cut off. So, I'm going to head home. I'm going to call it a day and head home. Now that everything is recycled. Anyway, stay tuned to see what I pick up tomorrow. I'm back at this property, clearing out this trailer, and I'll show you the inside of it in a second. I loaded up a whole bunch of appliances. There is 7 refrigerators, and or sorry, 8 refrigerators, because there's that mini one right there. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 microwaves. I'm glad that when I start going to the landfills, it won't take me a couple of hours to load. That's because I can back up basically right to where they are, throw them on the trailer quick, and head out, instead of, you know, having to go all the way to the back of this trailer and drag them to the front and then load them. You know, this is, what is it, 60, 70 feet long, something like that, maybe even 80, I don't remember. Anyway, you can see I got it cleared out. There is a lot of weight that's on the very back of this trailer, and it's mainly coming from this industrial refrigerator. So tomorrow, when I start taking stuff off the trailer to process it, I'm going to start shifting this one to the front. And of the 8 refrigerators that I picked up today, 2 of them don't have any sealed units or copper, so all I have to do is just drop them off at the scrapyard. They don't need to come off the trailer. The rest of this one is not coming off the trailer either. This one would be a 2-person job to get it off and back onto the trailer. So I'm gonna rip it apart, while, you know, basically right where it sits. I shouldn't do that, but that's the only choice I've got. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this and continue this tomorrow. Stay tuned. So I didn't get a chance to film anything this morning. I was kind of in a hurry, but I came here to the storage unit. I got everything basically processed that was on the trailer and also still in the storage. So the only thing that's left in storage right now that still needs to go are 2 window AC units. Otherwise, the big window AC unit, the monster one that was in there, I got that taken care of today. And then I took care of everything that was on the trailer too. So today I'm dropping off steel, sealed units, and some radiators. Anyway, stay tuned to see how much weight I dropped off. I just got done at the scrapyard. What I dropped off was 1,120 pounds of shred, 19 pounds of aluminum copper radiators clean, 110 pounds of sealed units. So not bad. You know, made okay money off of that. And now I'm gonna get a hold of the same guy where I've been picking all this stuff up this week. And I'm gonna see about going there and picking up some more stuff today, and maybe coming back here and making a little more money. Stay tuned. So here's the thing. I came back to this property to grab more stuff like I said I was gonna do. And I did grab some things, but I didn't grab everything that I initially wanted to grab. And here's why. I have a rule of thumb that I'm gonna try twice to pick something up. And if after the second time it doesn't work, I'm just moving on to something else. And today was the second time. So at the top of this property, there, you know, because you got to go uphill to get to the other part. At the top of the property, there's a gated area where some of the stuff is that he wanted me to grab. And yesterday, I spoke to him in person. I said, "Hey, I'm going up to the top of the hill to grab that stuff. You know, can you make sure that it's open?" And he said, "Sure." And so I went up there and I waited and I waited and I waited. Nobody came up to open it up. And I thought, well, maybe that's because I didn't let him know I was on my way here, you know. So anyway, I grabbed what I could yesterday, which was that trailer load of refrigerators that you saw. And then today, I messaged him when I was leaving the scrapyard, dropping off the stuff that I picked up yesterday. And I said, "Hey, I'm leaving, and you know, I'm on my way to you." He knows how far away it is, and I didn't hear anything from him. So I got here, and I thought, well, maybe I didn't hear anything from him because, you know, I know this, he's a busy guy. So I got here, I went up to the top of the hill, still closed. So I called him, and I said, "Hey, I'm up here at the top of the hill. Can you send somebody up here to open it up?" And he said, "Sure." He would send somebody right away. I waited up there for over 10 minutes and nobody showed up. So that's the second time. And you know, just now I grabbed the few things that I could, and I'm just gonna call it good. If he calls me back to come and get the other stuff, then, you know, I'll make it work somehow. But you know, I have the big contracts that I'm starting on Monday. So it's gonna, you know, take some definite figuring out. The other problem is that the cabinets up top of the hill that he wanted me to grab, some of them have stuff in them, and he also said he wanted to keep some of them, which is great. But the problem with that is he wanted me to pick out the 4 best ones, and he wanted me to clean out the other ones. And this is a free service that I offer, so time is definitely of the essence, and I'm not getting paid to, you know, figuring out which ones to leave for him. I'm not getting paid to, you know, clean them out, and I'm sure as heck not getting paid to sit there and wait for somebody to come open the property up, you know. So I have to move on. Like I said, if he calls me up and complains or, you know, has me come back, I'll figure out a way to make it work. But as of right now, I'm just calling it good. Anyway, I'm not going to make it to the scrapyard today to drop off these 6 beverage coolers that I just picked up, but I will add them to other stuff that I pick up next week. So I think I'm going to end this video now, and, you know, like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever you can do, so that way you can be notified when the next video goes up. Thank you.